Alright, welcome to another episode of Dirt Sheep Daily. Obviously it's a bit colder than the last episode. We have snow on the ground. This thing has been under snow for a day or so. Luckily the weather kind of cleared out a little to be able to get most of the snow off the driveway so I can get back under the car. I am going to try and get this thing running and driving, even if it's without boost, because I need a car. So goals for tonight are to get the hole in the hood cut so that I can actually shut the hood, and then to get a working exhaust on it so that I'm not just dumping straight off the rear cat. And hopefully it all goes well and I'm done quickly so I don't freeze. Alright, so here is the old exhaust. Yeah, it's pretty small. It might be a 2-inch. I think it's like 1 3/4. And I know these ones are 1 3/4. Yeah, it's not gonna work. It doesn't even line up. Bummer. This one's way too small to fit. Okay. That one fits great. Just doesn't have hangers in the right spot. Alright, I like that. Mostly. Okay, so I'm thinking right now all I'm gonna do is bolt this together, and then over here I'm just gonna weld on a hanger and call it good for the night. This is where I want to go real easy on it because that's just barely touching, and then I'll take it in the backyard and nuke it in the back. Alright, there it is, welded up. I got the whole thing red hot, and so I'm not really worried about it coming off of there. So, time to put it back on. Woo, still hot. There we go. It's one of them anyway. All right. Sweet. And there you have it. There is my temporary exhaust. Kind of short. It's gonna make some noise. Right there. But better than nothing, right? At least there's something there. Okay. Now it's time to cut the hood. needs to be gone. This one might be need to come up a little higher. Like how about that, huh? Almost there, huh? Is it sitting on something else up here? Maybe there's the snow that's not letting it. Oh, this too. That's sitting on it right there. Basically, it's sitting on it right there. I think the issue it's having is more from when it dropped the other night. You can see the crease right here. That's a whole lot more stealthy than I was planning. I kind of wanted it to stick out of the hood, and it's not. That's kind of lame. Oh, man. Still, though, that's pretty rad, though. All right. Let's give this thing a first go, huh? You can hear it spool. That's exciting. funnest car I've ever driven just because of the sound. I think it was just steam coming up off the turbo, which makes sense because the downpipe and everything got wet from all the snow. So hopefully it's just heating up enough to nuke that kind of stuff. Okay, so you can see smoke coming off. I'm pretty sure it's just steam. If it was smoke, it'd be black and a whole lot worse than what this is. So I don't think the turbo is having any trouble. I think it's just breaking in. There's still stuff in there, it's just not as green. But hey, how about that, huh? Turbo Legacy. And right here is rubbing right there, so rip that little guy off. I like it. I need to make a mount for this right onto here so it doesn't wobble like that as much. But yeah. So there you have it, the Turbo Legacy. So I just went and filled up. The gas station on the corner only has 91. I'm gonna search around for a place that has 93 to fill it, just to be safe. But I still have a few things to do, obviously. I gotta hook up my AFR gauge. I need to finalize the hood. Obviously, this is touching the turbo. Either notch that or, I don't know, do something with that. Do something with this. I have to make my dump pipe for the external waste gate, which I'm still thinking is gonna come out right here, because I made sure there was room between the charge pipe, the down pipe, the up pipe, all the pipes, and the plumbing. There's room for a dump pipe to come straight up. So I'm gonna have that. Obviously the car needs put back together. I need to finalize the vacuum hose. Vacuum hose that's on it right now is way too small for basically all the fittings in there. My external waste gate, my blow-off valve, and my turbo inlet all have a 1/4 inch. My boost gauge has an 1/8 inch nipple and it's 1/8 inch hose. So I need to get 1/4 inch hose and a larger fitting for my boost gauge so that I can run all those and be good. And then I need to actually mount my boost gauge and my AFR gauge. I've had something really cool planned for this since I bought it, and I was working on it when I did the head gaskets. because the interior is still torn apart, I haven't ever put it in, but I have a tablet that is my dash instead of, well, I guess I have a head unit in there as well, but I have some cool stuff in the interior that is going to have to wait. So this car is staying here when I move, and so I'm not going to have it. I'm going to do my best to put it back together as best I can, but I don't know if I'm actually going to have the tablet in it. I have an app on the tablet that can read the AFR, and so the long term isn't actually to run an AFR, but to just have it up on the screen all the time on the dash. I need to finalize the exhaust. I have a cool idea for that, and I do have some pipe to make it work, so I don't know when I'm going to have time for that. Probably here sometime in the next couple weeks. But the majority of it is finished, which I'm very happy to say. It's a kick in the pants to drive now. One of the other things that makes it not as fast, which I'm kind of bummed about, but not too bad, the manual swapped transmission that is now rear-wheel drive. It has a 411 final drive ratio, and I put a 390 rear differential in it, and so it's got really long gears. It's great on the freeway, but acceleration is not very happy compared to what it used to be, and my speedo is way off. So that's one limiting factor that I didn't really realize would have as much of an impact as it does. In the future, I might end up just running a 411 welded diff if I can't find a 411 LSD or the 444. It would be a pretty fun car if I had the 444, because then yeah, it'd be fun. I'd be way high up, and it wouldn't be very drivable, but for drifting it would be a blast. So that's another thing that makes it slightly slower, but I mean, that's fine. It's even just this quick drive around the block a couple times, it's a party. So comment your questions. Yes, I know this is a stock 2.5D. Everybody says the 2.5D sucks. Everybody says don't turbo a 2.5 NA engine because it's got high compression. I'm only boosting to 4 PSI right now. My plan is to go to 6 PSI, but that probably won't happen for a while. I will have a pretty cool finale episode like I did when I did the reveal on the paint. It'll be not really a DIY or not really even a build episode. It'll just kind of showcase some of the key points of the build and just some of my insights and thoughts as I worked through it, and my thoughts on the final product. So stay tuned for that. That probably won't be out for a few weeks, but it is coming. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because how my car got like this, my brother Ben has his wide body Mina Impreza. We're going to do a mini doc on that. I've said that in a previous episode. That's coming in the future as well. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, because I don't actually know when we're going to be finished with it, but we will have it finished at some point. Leave a comment. Check out my Instagram. Do all that stuff. And even if you hate this, you might as well subscribe to see if I blow this up. Because I know there's going to be some people saying, oh my gosh, you're running boost non-tuned on a stock 2.5D with high compression. You're insane. You're going to throw a rod. So, if you're one of those people, be sure to subscribe, because you might be right. And frankly, that's okay, because I have been wanting to do this forever, and everything on the forums says it can't be done. I just did it. Let's see how long it lasts. So yeah, thanks for watching. Tune in next week for a new episode of Dirt Cheap Daily, and we'll see you then.